What happens when the studio known for slow, punishing Souls-like combat suddenly builds one of the fastest mech shooters in years, and somehow makes it feel just as precise? Armored Core 6. Fires of Rubicon doesn't just revive a classic series, it completely redefines how modern mech combat can feel when speed, weight, and strategy collide. Armored Core 6 is a mission-based third-person action shooter focused on fully customizable mechs and high-speed tactical combat. Developed by From Software, it's available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, and it's clearly aimed at players who enjoy mechanical depth, fast reactions, and experimenting with builds rather than open-world exploration. The core gameplay revolves around building your own armored core and taking on short, intense missions. Movement is extremely fast, with boosting, vertical positioning, and aggressive dodging playing a huge role in survival. Combat feels responsive and heavy at the same time, especially when combining ranged weapons with powerful melee attacks. One of the strongest aspects is customization. Every part, from legs to generators, genuinely changes how your mech handles. Switching builds to overcome certain bosses almost feels like solving a puzzle. However, the learning curve can be steep, and some players may find early difficulty spikes frustrating, especially if they expect a traditional Souls-like pace. Visually, Armored Core 6 focuses more on clean mechanical detail than flashy effects. The environments range from industrial wastelands to massive futuristic facilities, and the art direction leans heavily into a gritty, sci-fi atmosphere. Performance across platforms has generally been solid, with smooth frame rates and stable gameplay reported by most players, which is essential for such a fast-paced experience. Sound design is another highlight. Weapons feel powerful thanks to punchy audio effects, and the mechanical movement of the mechs adds a satisfying sense of weight. The music shifts between atmospheric tracks and intense battle themes that elevate boss encounters without overwhelming the action. Voice acting mostly comes through radio transmissions, creating a distant but immersive tone that fits the game's world. The narrative is delivered in a more minimalistic way compared to typical story-driven games. Instead of long cinematic scenes, you get briefings, mission dialogue, and subtle world building that slowly reveal the conflict on Rubicon. It's not heavily emotional, but it builds a strong sense of scale and mystery without relying on spoilers or forced drama. One of the biggest pros is how customizable and skill-driven the gameplay feels. The boss fights are intense and memorable, and mastering movement gives a real sense of growth over time. The mission structure also makes replaying levels with new builds genuinely rewarding. On the downside, the game can feel overwhelming for newcomers, and some missions repeat similar environments, which may reduce variety during longer sessions. When it comes to value for money, Armored Core 6 offers a solid amount of content with multiple endings and replayability through build experimentation. Compared to other mech shooters, it stands out because of its depth and polish, though players expecting a large open world might feel limited by the mission-based structure. Overall, Armored Core 6 is perfect for players who enjoy fast, technical combat and deep customization systems. If you like experimenting with builds and mastering mechanics, this game delivers one of the most satisfying mech experiences in years. But if you prefer slower pacing or heavy cinematic storytelling, it might not fully click for you. Considering its strong critical reception and positive player feedback, my final rating for Armored Core 6 lands at 8.7 out of 10, a confident return for the series that proves From Software can excel far beyond the Souls-like formula. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more honest gaming breakdowns, and let me know your opinion in the comments. Do you prefer lightweight speed builds or heavy tank-style mechs in Armored Core 6?